Hello, my name is Matt Schnars and I'm one of the organizers of the Bull City Fresh Start process, where we will canvass, count, and connect to prevent and end homelessness in Durham. This tutorial is part of our virtual training series that community volunteers and other local stakeholders will be required to complete as part of preparation for the components for Bull City Fresh Start. Please review the additional training modules for other important information about the three event components. This tutorial will explain the Connect phase of the Bull City Fresh Start process. Connect, formerly referred to as Project Homeless Connect, is the third phase of the three-phase process of Bull City Fresh Start. During the first two phases, volunteers and other partners identified people living in unsheltered locations throughout Durham County. The persons who were identified during the first two phases completed a survey that gathered important information about their living situation and the primary barriers they face to maintaining housing. The volunteers provided information about the Connect event and informed them of services that would be provided at this event. The persons identified were informed that they would be priority VIP Bull City Fresh Start attendees if they attended the Connect event. The Connect event will begin on Thursday, January 26, 2017. Volunteers assisting with check-in of other service providers and volunteers should arrive at 7:30 a.m. All other service providers and volunteers should arrive for check-in no later than 8 a.m. at the Durham Bulls Athletic Park located at 409 Blackwell Street, Durham, North Carolina. The Durham Bulls Athletic Park will serve as our event headquarters. Parking is available in the gravel lot located at the corner of Jackie Robinson Drive and Blackwell Street, adjacent to the American Tobacco campus. There may also be some street parking available, but you should be aware of the signage for any time limits that may exist associated with any street parking. After parking, volunteers and service providers should walk to the main entrance of the Durham Bulls Athletic Park and look for the administration entrance on the left or third base side of the park. The door will be locked, but someone will monitor the door and allow count volunteers to enter. There is a bell on the door that you can push in the event that no one is at the door when you arrive. The administrative entrance looks like this on the picture with the green doors, and it's just adjacent to the box office. As mentioned previously, press the bell if there happens to be no one at the door when you arrive there. Upon entry into the facility, take the elevators to the third floor Triangle Club. Once you arrive on the third floor, go to the sign-in table where you will sign in and receive further instructions about your role and assignment at the Bull City Fresh Start event. The Triangle Club is used by the Durham Bulls for various special events such as wedding receptions. All Connect activities will occur on the same floor in the open area that overlooks the ballpark. There will be some services provided in the suites that are on either side of the Triangle Club along the first and third base side. For the most part, the event will be contained within this large area in the middle of the Triangle Club, and everyone is accessible. Bull City Fresh Start Connect services range from anywhere from housing services, healthcare and medical, personal care services, social services. There's a photo booth. There will be giveaway items, as well as a range of other services and opportunities throughout the event. There are two broad categories of roles for the Connect event. Event volunteers are community stakeholders from such entities as local universities, faith organizations, employee volunteer groups, and individual citizens who have interest in helping people experiencing homelessness. Sector professionals, or service providers, are representatives from housing, social services, and other business sectors that will provide their respective services and supports to our VIP guests who are in need of their assistance. Inside the broad category of event volunteer, there are 5 subcategories. These are breakfast volunteer, guest and service provider check-in, guest escorts, guest checkout, and donation distribution. Each of these roles will be explained individually in the subsequent slides. Breakfast volunteers should arrive and take the elevator to the 3rd floor Triangle Club at 8 o'clock a.m. Once arriving on the 3rd floor, go to the check-in table to check in. Your name should be on the list if you've pre-registered. Go to the bar area on the left side of the Triangle Club on the third base side. Check in with the chair of the hospitality committee. Her name is Tia Willis. Assist with any items needed for preparation and setup. Organize into roles to serve beginning at 8:30 a.m. and then assist with cleanup starting at 11 a.m. Provider and volunteer check-in role. Provider and volunteer check-in role arrives and takes the elevator to the 3rd floor Triangle Club at 7:30 a.m. Have the volunteers and service providers sign in once they arrive. Provide them a name tag. If they pre-register, they should have a pre-printed name tag. If they did not pre-register, have them write their name on a name tag. Place a red wristband around their wrist so that we know that they checked in. Provide any relevant guidance or materials that may be available at the front check-in area and that provides information on their role. And then check for assignment and direct to designated area. If the person forgot to pre-register, have them sign their name on the sign-in sheet that will be provided at the desk. VIP and guest check-in. So VIPs are persons who have previously been surveyed, and any guest who comes in who had slept outside the prior night. These are our VIP guests. They will arrive beginning at 9 o'clock a.m. Check if the person is on the VIP list. If they are on the VIP list, confirm their previous night's sleep location and make a notation beside their name on the sign-in sheet. No additional information will need to be gathered from them if their name is already on the list, as they have already completed the survey. Distribute their VIP name badge. If the person is not on the VIP list, write their name on a name badge and then assign them a guest escort who will be instructed to administer the mobile app survey prior to moving forward through the event. Secure a yellow wristband on the guest's wrists. Provide the VIP or guest with event forms and materials. Review the photo release waiver and request signature, and then retain that photo waiver at the intake table. We may have some media at the event, and we ask that they provide us permission for their picture to be taken at the event. If the guest does not want to be photographed, place an X on the bottom right corner of their name tag so that we know that they do not want to be photographed. The VIP and guest escort volunteer is very important. This person greets the new VIP and guests upon completion at the check-in table. They will welcome the guests and provide a general introduction and introduce themselves. If the mobile app survey was not previously submitted, you will administer the mobile app survey direct face-to-face interview. Please review the mobile app survey training guides to learn more about that survey and how to make sure that that is available and that you know how to administer that properly. After you've completed the mobile app survey, you will review the guest passport. The guest passport is a small pamphlet that's used to help the guest track the services they received, and then also write any follow-up appointments that are scheduled, and provides a verification at the exit table that they've actually attended at least three services. Inform the guest that they must visit a minimum of 3 services and secure signatures from service providers to be eligible for giveaway items. The guest retains this passport at the conclusion of the event. Review available services and locations of the services on the event layout map that will be provided upon arrival, and assist the guest with prioritizing the top 3 services that they may need. The VIP guest escort will escort the guest through the services and assist with communicating their needs to service providers. They will remind the service providers to record relevant information such as follow-up appointments and guest passport in the guest passport, and ensure they sign off on the passport as receiving services. In the event of long waits for some services, consult with a service provider regarding process for appointments follow-up and proceed to an alternate service if the guest desires. Upon completion of services, escort the guest to the checkout area. The Connect Sector Professional or Service Provider role. These are people who are going to be behind the desks, the tables, and providing the services to people. You should go to the location associated with your service area and get set up. This will be provided upon arrival and check-in at the check-in desk. Tables will be labeled and a plastic tablecloth will be available if needed for the service providers. There will be a tally sheet at each table. Complete the top part of the sheet with the information requested. Please make a tick mark for each guest you serve. Leave this sheet at the table at the conclusion of the event. Guests will have a passport booklet in their packets. Please sign the passport for guests when you provide them services. They are required to have signatures for checkout and giveaways. The passport also has an area to write any follow-up appointments you may have scheduled for guests. Please record any appointments or follow-up information that the guest may request or may need in this passport. Bus passes will be available for guests if you schedule follow-up appointments and the guests need a bus pass to attend that appointment. Breakfast is available for everyone between 8:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. The event will end promptly at 12 p.m. We are requesting everyone's assistance with cleaning up and putting away tables and chairs at 12 p.m. The event is indoors and everyone should dress in casual and comfortable attire. We use a mobile app survey as part of the event. Bring your mobile device if you have one, but it's not required to have one to volunteer or be involved in the event. This concludes the Connect portion training. Please be sure to review the mobile app survey training if you need more information on that if you've not done so already. Thank you. Goodbye.